Right now, when I start this video, I'm currently in this volatility 10s 1:10 risk to reward trade that I sent yesterday in my community, and the trade is going on well and it's about to close anytime from now. And I'll be breaking down the whole setup from how I was able to analyze the markets to how I was able to get the setup. So we'll be starting from doing the top-down analysis from our higher time frame, which will be our 24 hours, all the way to our entry time frame, which I guess I used the 15 minutes time frame for my entry. So let's get into it. And as always, I trade supply and demand. So I will display my screen and start by going to volatility 10s like that, and this is the market that we want to analyze. So this is the 24 hours. This is the structure that we have, and I'll start by marking this higher high there. After that higher high, we had this higher low. After that higher low, price came all the way and gave us this new high there, and then it gave us another higher low somewhere there. So after giving us a new higher low, our price went all the way to give us a new high, and I'll tell you the reason as to why that is our high. So after that, let me save this one. So we'll save our chart as number 12. So let's go to 8 hours, and before I go to 8 hours, 24 hours, if you're in a bullish trend, remember this is how bullish markets occur. So we have a low, a high, a higher low, then higher high, then higher low, then higher high, and like that. So at this point, we are somewhere around here, and now the market has started to give us a retracement or a pullback, which now it's this one, this internal structure that you are looking forward to it, which should bring now our price to maybe our next demand zone, which I will mark it here. So this is our next demand zone here. I will mark that one because it's a clear one. We have a very clear fair value gap, and also it's a very clear order block. So that is our demand zone, and I will mark it. Allow me to mark it. So the demand zone like that, and from there we expect now the price in our 24 hours to come all the way to our demand zone, and then we continue to buy because we are in a bullish trend. So after that, we'll go now to our 8 hours. We'll go down to 8 hours, and in 8 hours I can see we are bullish, and I can spot this higher high here, the previous higher high, and then price gave us this higher low. After giving us this higher low, price went all the way to give us the new high. So after giving us the new high, we'll go now to 4 hours so that you can be able to see what is happening here in 4 hours. And in our 4 hours time frame, you can see we are in a bullish trend because we have our higher high, higher low, and also our high. So right now I'm interested in what is happening in this area, which is my internal structure. So I'll go down to my 2 hours, and now in 2 hours now I have something different because I can see I had a very clear change of structure because we had this higher high here. After that higher high, price gave us this low, and after giving us this low, price went ahead to give us a new high. So after price giving us a new high, you can see price came all the way to past our previous higher low, which means it changed structure. So this is a very clear change of structure, which I will mark it there. So you have that change of structure, and after price giving us that change of structure, meaning now the market have stopped from going from bullish, and now we are in a bearish trend. So price gave us a new low like that, and after that new low, price came and reacted to this order block here, which is our supply zone, and you can see the price came all the way past our low, making this one now our higher low, and this point here to be our lower low, like that. So that being our lower low, now we have this type of structure right now. And before we continue, we have a very clear order block somewhere there, which is our supply zone, and it should facilitate our sales. So this is our supply zone. This is where you'll find a lot of people who are ready to sell. So that's why we call our supply zone. So very aggressive, a lot of aggressive sellers are somewhere they're expecting now the market to start selling. So after price, after I had marked now my order block, right now, right at that time, the market was somewhere around here. So I had already marked my supply zone. And after marking my supply zone, I went now down to zoom in into this internal structure that was supposed to bring us all the way to this supply zone. So I went to my 1 hour chart. Now we are still going down. And in my 1 hour, you can see price is trying something different. So before, after price gave us this lower low, it had to change structure so that it could start to go to buy, so that it could reach our next supply zone. And what did I do? I went further, maybe to my 30 minutes time frame, and I was able to see this structure. It's an internal structure. So we had this low, and after having that low, price gave us this high. After giving us this high, we had so at that point we were on a bearish trend. So price gave us that lower low, and then gave us a new lower high. After giving us a new lower high, it went forward to give us a new lower low, but after that it decided to change structure at this point. You can see, so at this point price changed structure. Maybe I can mark it. So this is a change of structure, and after that change of structure, it gave us a new high. And at that point, market was somewhere here. And I came, I saw we had a very clear order block here. So I drew my order block perfectly like that. And I went even further to refine my order block using my 15 minutes. So I refined my order block there perfectly. You can see we had a very good fair value and a very good order block. And when you zoom in this chart well, you'll be able to see that we have a very strong zone which reacted here. The same zone reacted here, the same here. It's a very strong zone. And when I draw my horizontal line like that, you'll be able to see that it's a very crucial zone, and that is my support and resistance zone. So this was now my support zone, and after I saw my order block and I saw my support and resistance zone, and the change of structure, I directly knew that that was now my entry point, and I came, that was my entry point exactly there, and I put my stop loss just below the low, and I target the next supply zone as my take profit. So the next supply zone, I guess I targeted that around, don't know if it was the 2 hours order block or something like that, or the 1 hour order block, but it was, let me check. I was targeting I guess this was the place, that order block there. So that was my take profit, because I expect maybe some sales from that zone, and that is my trade. Like that, you can see it's a 1:9.83, but like that it should be a 1:10, exactly like that. So that is how I was able to get this setup. You can see from my 24 hours. So I started with looking at my 24 hours. I saw price was on a bullish trend. After seeing price was on a bullish trend, I went to look for my next demand zone. I found it. After looking for my next demand zone, we went down further, doing top-down analysis to our 8-hour time frame. 8-hour time frame, we were on a bullish trend. We went further to our 4 hours. 4 hours, we were on a bullish trend, but we had something happening in our internal structure of 4 hours, which we went deeper into the 2 hours to see what was currently happening, and we saw that price had already changed structure, so confirming to us that price wants now to go to the now to start selling. So to start selling, it should start going now to the 2 hours supply zone, so that that supply zone could facilitate the momentum that will take us now to continue with the sales that we were seeing in the 24 hours. So after there, I refined my order blocks, my 2 hours order block, which is somewhere there where I've kept my take profit. Now we went down to 1 hour. In 1 hour, we were able to find now in the internal structure, the one now that we are going now bearish towards, the one that now we should go bearish towards our 24 hours. So had already created a lower low, and after giving us a lower low, it had now to go to the supply zone, now creating a new lower high, and then to facilitate the sales. So I used my 30 minutes, and my 30 minutes I was able to get my order block, and after finding my order block, I was able to see that zone was a very strong zone, and you can see it's a very strong support zone, which I marked, and I was able to find my entry there. I placed my stop loss perfectly and my take profit where it should be, and right now I'm waiting for my take profit to be hit. So currently we are somewhere there. Yes, that is the whole breakdown. So yeah, I sent the signal, and maybe we can look at it. And before you look at it, this is the clean version of the chart, you can see. And I expect after price will hit my take profit, I expect to enter some sales immediately there. So let's wait. We see if my take profit will be hit, and then we enter some sales there. So that is the whole breakdown, and I'll proceed now with showing you the entry. This was the entry I sent yesterday. You can see nothing has changed from entry, stop loss, take profit. And as always, when my take profit is hit, I will attach everything in this video. Hello guys. So I was expecting yesterday our market to hit take profit, because as I was doing the top-down analysis, the breakdown, we were somewhere around here, but we experienced a major pullback, which I thought actually it could go all the way to our stop loss, but I still trusted my strategy, and I was sure I was very correct. And also I was sure this is an internal structure. So in this internal structure, we had already formed this higher high. So we came and formed now a new higher low. After giving us a new higher low, we went ahead and formed a new higher high again. After forming a new higher high, we had this order block, which it didn't react perfectly, but somewhere around here, market reacted there, and now we are proceeding towards having a new higher high, and we placed this new higher low. So basically it's like this. So right now I hope with this momentum we will be able to hit our take profit, and let's stay patient. Finally, my take profit was hit, as you can see. So our full setup 1:10 risk to reward, full take profit was hit. That's my 2 hours time frame. You'll be able to see the setup perfectly. You can see the way we said a new higher low will be made here, then a new higher high, and a new higher low, and a new higher high, and that is exactly what has happened. So thank you so much, and trade with the best always. I will definitely attach from the signal to how the trade was going, to how the trade closed, and that's it. See you on the next video.